computers are not going to always tell them which medicines are going to cross with which ones. That was one thing that I seen a lot right there coming out, being over at being at BAMC and over there at the CFI. Anytime that they talked about medicines, they would have this little thing that would pop up. Okay, this is conflicting with this, and this is conflicting with that, and it's not always going to work. No. Something's not going to pop up. They're not going to have all the information that they need in the database, and I agree with that. The pharmaceutical side should do a lot more consulting with which medicines are which. That's their job, to know which medicines cross with each medicines and which one's going to help better in a certain place. But
well, that's why now if you're on a lot of medication, a lot of different medication, that they'll actually have a consultation with a pharmacist now in military medicine. See, what I think needs to happen is that the VA needs to mirror what military medicine is doing, because they're up and they're moving to what's current and more accurate with our veterans, because they deal with them every day, all the time, and they have their families, and they know what's going on in these veterans' lives. Okay?
Do you not think that they block them together, though, into groups? Because I can promise you they do. And the way they do it is by disorder. Believe me, my sister is still active in the military. She's an officer. And she works in mental health. And I'm telling you, the choice program as veterans that we have is probably the strongest tool that we have at our disposal right now, because you have a second, third, and fourth opinion. Right. You have the right, you have the ability to go out and get something outside of the VA, because as veterans, we are not allowed to sue the VA. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
They almost killed me, and I could not sue them. It is illegal.
Yeah.
We cannot do it.
You got
you can't sue military med either. Your wife can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, your wife can.
It would take a class action lawsuit out of this world for us to even be able to get a hearing. Right. So what I'm saying is there's so many different ways that the military and the contractors and everyone else, that they block us together, which is not right, because the thing about it is I work with PTS. My degree is in clinical psychology. I work with veteran suicide very actively, and I have lost way more than I've helped, in all honesty. And the few that we have been able to help, it's because of their friends and everyone else that have actually linked us to them beforehand. And we've seen the warning signs, and we got civilians involved, not military.
Yeah, it goes all the way around, man. We got so many different points of view, and it's we all got great points on how to help, where we can help, where we want to help. Both sides, the veteran community and the freedom fighter community. I always call civilians freedom fighters, man, because they fight for us on the home front. I don't particularly like the word civilians. That's just me, though. But we can both help each sides of the community, and we'll hopefully get there one day. It's a long, drawn out fight. It's something that we're going to be in, for quite a long time. Unfortunately, but that's at least we've come this far to where our Vietnam veterans and stuff like that were called crazy whenever they came home, to the point to where we're at least recognizing some of this, and we're being able to see this now as far as the PTS and stuff goes. So there's no telling where we'll end up, in the next, another 15, 20 years down the road, with being able to help our fellow brothers and sisters. And hopefully, they'll start training a lot more civilians or freedom fighters, in this aspect as well, too. Because, they do. They need to be trained up. Because the closest that they can possibly get is a first responder. Police, firemen, and EMS, because they do the same job we do, just on different battlefield, but every single day, putting their lives on the line, wherever it be a burning building or in a bank robbery, or even going out there to patch them up on the scene. They have to live with the same traumas that we have, just on a little bit of a different scale, but they're able to realize and tell these symptoms that we got as well. But yeah, man. So right on, man. Love the mission that y'all got, man. Love what y'all are trying to help produce within the community and stuff. And Dog Tad Dave wants to hook up with you, man. He's a freedom fighter. He's been out there. He's worked in the VA trying to contract and trying to help change it around and stuff. And he's pretty smart. He's done a lot of research, on the freedom fighter side of things to understand what we go through on an everyday basis. But all right, we're gonna go on a little song break right here for a minute. We're gonna get in to some badass music by the combat veteran and the Hustle Standard. We're sitting here with Anthony from the Veteran Exchange with Killer Kirk, Smashley, and the Ghost on the 3%er Morning Show. Here's some R.E.D.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah.
The Hustle Standard.
Yeah.
Let me flex on it real quick. You know what that sound is, right? You in trouble now. I just touched down, we bout to get lit. My team in the whip, we up in this bitch. I'm feeling tipsy, feel like 50. Find me in the club, roll deep with 50. So pass the whiskey, till it's empty. Do something done when my team is with me. So call the MPs, you might need the MPs, fuck it. You might need more than MPs, why? I'm chilling with my bros and my bros know what to do when they gotta go down. With the army's army, and you might not like the road, you gotta go down. Yeah, so priceless. Make room in the room when I walk in the building, and you can like it or not. No fucks, no feelings, let's go.
Yeah, I've been in combat. I'm a fucking veteran. Showed up with my whole squad. Somebody better let us in. Yeah, I've been in combat. I'm a fucking veteran. Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
Bottles on me, drinks till it's gone. We're here to have a good time and carry the weight. Cigars on fire, celebrate that life. We're here to have a good time and carry the weight.
Oh yeah, we're here to have a good time. And I'm only warming up. My team got my six, they got me. And nothing in here can stop me. We bout to get rude, we sloppy. One more drink, double on the Bacardi. Go big or go home. That's the code the bros know. And everyone thinking we're local now. We just call it normal, yeah. Before I black out, I'ma toast to the dead. And my friends that died at war, I promise I'ma just represent. This is one I dedicate to everyone alive that's a vet. I'm going hard, cause ain't no other way to give you my best. I'm going hard.
Yeah, I've been in combat. I'm a fucking veteran. Showed up with my whole squad. Somebody better let us in. Yeah, I've been in combat. I'm a fucking veteran. Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
Bottles on me, drinks till it's gone. We're here to have a good time and carry the weight. Cigars on fire, celebrate that life. We're here to have a good time and carry the weight.
And I was scared. Say you weren't scared over there. You're a liar. It's not that I didn't want to be here. I just didn't want to die. So they played Russian roulette, basically. Like I said again, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, I've been in combat. I'm a fucking veteran. Showed up with my whole squad. Somebody better let us in. Yeah, I've been in combat. I'm a fucking veteran. Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
Bottles on me, drinks till it's gone.
Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
We're here to have a good time and carry the weight.
Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
Cigars on fire, celebrate that life.
Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
We're here to have a good time and carry the weight.
Showed up with my whole squad. You better fucking let us in.
All right, that's a little bit of R.E.D. from the combat veteran and the Hustle Standard. All right, y'all. So we're getting close to that time. Dude, we really want to show our gratitude. Thanks for coming on with us this morning, man. Telling us a little bit about the Veteran Exchange and all the great work that y'all do over there, man, and y'all's mission. We're be glad to bring you on as a part of the DG family. And, y'all can check, I'll be getting some information from Anthony and stuff here in a little bit to throw some stuff up on the website for everybody. So that way we can, throw more people y'all's way and whatnot. And bottom line, I think this is my personal opinion. One team, one fight. It's we some of us kind of lose sight of that some days. We kind of let personal feelings and stuff maybe get in a way of the bigger picture on what we're trying to do. It should be family and fighting and loving for each other every single day. That's one thing we try to preach is to stay positive, stay on the up and up. One of the biggest things that, like you were talking about earlier, we were talking about, is being able to take accountability for what you do and what your actions are. When it comes down to it, if people want to change, they have the power within themselves to change themselves. We can throw all the tools and everything out there, all the resources, the guidance and whatnot that we possibly can throw out there. But at the end of the day, that person has to want to change. That person has to want to be able to better themselves and whatnot in certain areas. Are we always right? No, we're not. We're not always right. We all have mistakes. We all have hiccups in our life. And one of the things is being able to admit when you are wrong and to be able to change those different aspects of your life. That's one of the big things that Dangerous Grounds Network is here for, is to help spread help, give everybody that constitutional right to freedom of speech, to say what they want to say, to put that freedom of expression out there. And some of us, we do shows and say things that a lot of other people are scared to say. We've had shows about Hillary Clinton. We've had shows about some very, very touchy topics, and some of us has even gotten cut off, which is kind of weird, especially on the Spreaker broadcast system to get cut off, because none of our shows are live streaming. So therefore, Facebook can't get in their 2 cents in and stuff like that. You're actually going through, a different website and stuff to hear our broadcast, and we broadcast all over the world. So, and another big shout out to all the listeners and stuff out there. We've had a banging ass show this morning, and, the listeners are just, thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us, every morning and every week with our primetime shows and stuff like that. There's more shows coming up, bigger and better. We got Dog Tag Dave with his show fixing to come up. We got, Lady Liberty Unplugged coming up next Wednesday with her new show. We got Smashley's new show, Sucker Punch with her second episode. We got Let's Do This on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Patriot Heart Radio with Doc Collins. The course of 3% of morning shows always here to fill anybody's needs. And we're just going to keep adding to it. There's so many people that's coming across now. You can email us at dgn1980@my.com if you want to come on and be a host of your own. Just email us. Let us know what you got. We'll give you a shot and see where it goes. We are going to have a show tonight, Ron. The DG Radio will be going on tonight. I've done a little musical mash myself. We're gonna play some rock and roll, some mix ups and stuff tonight. That's pretty badass. So Anthony, if you're not working tonight, brother, or something like that, you want to come back on with us, that'd be great. I have to say thanks to all the hosts and hostesses out there for the Dangerous Grounds Network. It's amazing and great to work with every single last one of you, freedom fighters and veterans alike. We got veterans, we got spouses of veterans in here. Smashley and Dog Tag Dave work with N22. You got myself with Branded Warriors. Killer Kirk's involved with DGN and a little bit with BWI as well, down there in San Antonio. I actually kind of missed being down there because it is warm right now. And it's we keep fighting and keep pushing every day, man. Trying to make the world a little bit better in our own ways, and the positivity and the good karma can keep going and keep pushing every single day. And we'll keep pushing that because the ripple effect has begun. And like I said, we have our hiccups in the water, but you know what? We'll overcome them as much as we can. So, going into final thoughts, Smashley, where you at, girl? There she is.
Or am I still on mute?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
What up, Beeson?
I want to thank Anthony for coming on today. you know, like everything we talked about, you know, the more we talk about things, the more we get them out there, the more we